on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. If you don't know who I am, that means you're new. I'm Mark. What's good with y'all? Go check out my other videos. Check them out. Check them out. I know it's been a good few days. I know. Will I be able to do multiple videos today? Maybe. Maybe not. I doubt it. You know, it's a little late, but I am going to be a little bit more active. I do have a gun review update coming out pretty soon, hopefully. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. There really is no beating around the bush for this video. 3 shooting range rules that actually make sense. Now, some of you guys might be thinking, Mark, you're not really that big of a fan of, very strict range rules. So what rules are you going to say here and truly advocate for in this case? And they're more so policies than just rules, but for starters, a minimum shooting distance. Some ranges it is 3 yards, some ranges it is 5 yards, some ranges it is further. Some ranges they only have them set to go to specific distances, so that's really not an issue. Why is a distance minimum important? Not everybody is the same height, guys. I hate to be honest with you guys. Not everyone is the same height. And let's say everybody is hanging their target on the exact same spot. People of different height, those bullets go at complete different angles. I don't know how else to say it other than to say that the bullets don't stop once they go through the paper. They need to hit the berm. So a minimum distance requirement is, it makes sense. It makes sense, especially for indoor ranges. It avoids ceiling shots. It avoids floor shots. It really, that one, it makes complete sense. It is simply just about facility safety. Moving on, number two. Number two, some people are really going to be like, man, this is kind of an unfair rule, but it's going to get into a pretty dark topic too. So just bear with me here and understand why it is a important rule that a majority of ranges pretty much have implemented, if not all of them do, or if not all of them should, really. Solo renting. What do I mean by solo renting? What I mean is if somebody were to come in on their own, they didn't bring their own firearm, anything along those lines. Again, they're on their own, so no friends with them. And they wanted to rent a firearm. It's a no-go. It's not happening. Why is that? Well, the main reason why that is because we don't know the mental state that they are in. This rule makes complete sense considering it's just a range's, I guess in a sense, insurance, quote unquote, to make sure nobody takes a ride on the sewer slide. And it's very unfortunate that some people do. I'm trying to word this in a way that YouTube isn't going to, put a strike on this video for talking about this, but it's a very selfish action. And especially if you're going to do it somewhere like a gun range, that's beyond selfish to say the least. But yeah, that's the whole reason why people who come on their own, they don't have a firearm of their own, they will not rent a firearm, as that's just a security measure. It really just is. I'm sorry, guys. A lot of people don't like that rule, but when you think about it, unfortunately, what's more important here? Making a sale possibly because somebody might be interested in a firearm and they just don't have one yet, but they want to rent one and try one. They don't want to bring any friends with them. Or making sure that that business doesn't provide the means for somebody to hop on the sewer slide. So again, the second one, it covers a really dark topic. So I think it's very easy to see though that there's a clear winner here on what's more important when it comes to either making that sale or saving that life. Moving on though to number three. Number three kind of has to do with rentals as well, but isn't more so about renting. It's actually about ammunition. Majority of ranges, if not all ranges, again, this should be a rule that all ranges enforce. If you are renting their firearm, you are going to have to shoot their ammo through their firearm, whether you like the price of their ammo or not. You're not going to be able to bring your own ammo in to shoot through it. They're not going to allow it. Why is that? It is simply a matter of insurance reasons for the range. Why? Because if somebody brings in some super hot ammo and it breaks the firearm or it breaks any of the parts, guess what? That person is now responsible for having to pay and replace those parts on the firearm, possibly the entire firearm. You see what I mean? So if a range is selling that ammo, you can shoot that ammo through their rentals. Other than that, you're not shooting other ammo through a range rental. That's just not how it works. And even on the other side, let's ignore too hot of ammo, too weak of ammo, and you cause a squib load. Then guess what? The next round comes in, you pull the trigger, boom, now you have blown up the gun 100%. So in the end, it seems like common sense. All three of these rules, truly, when you think about it, especially you give it more than just a singular second thought, they all make sense and they're all extremely valid, really. So in the end, I know some ranges, they do enforce incredibly strict rules, incredibly unnecessary rules. Those three rules, while they might seem unnecessary at first, while they might seem tedious at first, while they might even seem downright unfair at first, when you put that second thought into them, they actually all make perfect sense. But with that being said, I do think that about wraps it up for this video. I don't want to keep going in circles here. However, these three rules, again, a lot of people don't like them. And I can understand why it might be frustrating. But all of these rules are pretty valid. A minimum distance for shooting. No renting by yourself if you don't have a firearm with you. You need to buy the range's ammo to shoot through their rentals. Y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that bell. When you hit that bell, hit all and. Whether or not you agree with me about my thoughts on these three rules, whether or not you think these rules are completely unfair, even after giving it that second thought, go ahead and comment your thoughts down below. Make sure to check out all my other videos. Y'all make sure to stay legal, stay safe, stay dangerous. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.